Are you feeling lonely right now? Like, really, in this exact moment? Just take a second and think about it. It's kind of this strangely quiet, almost heavy feeling, right? You could literally be sitting right next to someone, or surrounded by people in a packed room, or staring down at a phone that connects you to hundreds of friends and followers online, and yet, you still feel entirely like you're stranded on an island all by yourself. Look, if that's you right now, taking the time to watch this explainer, I just want to say, we see you. And we're going to talk about it totally openly. So welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the architecture of our modern isolation and figuring out how to escape the modern loneliness paradox. Because honestly, here's the absolute most important thing you need to hear today. Feeling lonely? It's not a personal failure. It's not some weird flaw in your personality. It's actually an incredibly common side effect of modern life. We're going to unpack the systemic nature of this whole issue and show you exactly how to break out of it. Because at the end of the day, this is an environmental issue. And the really good news? Environments can absolutely be changed.
All right, let's jump into part 1, the modern loneliness paradox, drowning in a sea of digital noise.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real paradox of our era. We are theoretically more connected than at any point in human history, right? Yet, we're absolutely starving for actual genuine human contact. I mean, think about it. We've replaced the rich, nuanced experience of a deep conversation with fragmented text threads. We've completely swapped out the messy, beautiful reality of a true community for highly curated feeds that only ever show the highlights. And we've traded the sheer joy of spontaneous hangouts for rigidly scheduled video calls. We are drowning in this sea of digital noise, constantly overstimulated, but severely underconnected.
And, well, this is where we kind of have to face a rather dark truth about the environment we're all living in. Again, it is not your fault you feel this way. As the creator Anna from Diana's channel pointed out, the companies behind these platforms realize something deeply, deeply cynical. A lonely person is incredibly profitable. Think about that for a second. When you're isolated, what do? You keep scrolling. You keep clicking. You stay on the platform way longer, searching for a connection that the system is literally designed to withhold from you. It's a machine built to keep you just engaged enough to stay, but just lonely enough to keep coming back. Let's move on to part 2, rebuilding connection. 3 practical steps to change your environment. Okay, let's dive into this. Because while the environment might be heavily stacked against us, optimized for isolation and profit, you actually hold the power to actively change it. We're going to break this down into 3 low-stakes, highly actionable steps to shift the momentum away from passive isolation and back toward genuine human connection. Step 1 is fixing your digital diet. Step 2 is finding a third place, and Step 3 is making a low-stakes invitation. These are small, totally manageable actions. You don't need to completely upend your life, but I promise you, they will completely change how you experience it. So, let's start with Step 1, fixing your digital diet. To put it simply, we've got to stop the passive performance of social media. The goal here is simple, but honestly, it's pretty profound. Trade a follow for a real friend. You see, a massive chunk of our daily digital consumption is just, well, passive observation. We're literally just scrolling past people's lives without ever actually interacting with them. We need to flip the script and turn these one-way, dead-end interactions into active, two-way conversations. And here is exactly how you can do that right now. Pick one specific person from your social media feed. It could be a casual acquaintance or maybe an old friend you just haven't spoken to in a minute. Now, when you see their post, whatever you do not just double tap the screen to like their photo. Liking a photo, it's just a ghost of a connection. Instead, send them an actual message. Ask them a genuine question about their life based on what you just saw. It breaks that endless cycle of performance and kickstarts actual, real communication. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sociological concept of the third place. This is Step 2. Think about it like this. Your first place is your home, right? That's where you rest. Your second place is your work or school, where you have all your obligations. But you absolutely need a third place. That's a physical space completely distinct from the first 2, dedicated strictly to community. This concept is absolutely crucial for rebuilding our comfort with just existing in the physical world alongside other people. To really picture the impact of a third place, think of Beth Harmon from the show The Queen's Gambit. Now, she was an undeniably brilliant but deeply, deeply isolated prodigy. Her real growth as a person, like her transition from being this solitary island into someone who actually had a community, that didn't happen while she was sitting alone in her room. No way. It happened when she went out to the local chess club. That club became her third place. It was there that she found her peers, her rivals, and her community. She was still a fierce individual, sure, but she was no longer isolated.
And listen, your third place does not have to be fancy or specialized like some competitive chess club. It can be super simple. It could literally be sitting at the exact same coffee shop every Wednesday morning. It could be the library you go to read at every single Saturday, or even just the local dog park where you casually chat with other dog owners. The key here isn't to walk in with this massive, high-pressure goal of immediately meeting your new absolute best friend. Not at all. The goal is simply consistency. Just choose a physical place and go there regularly, just to be around people. Which brings us to step 3, the low-stakes invitation. Now, we have to be totally honest here. This is the scariest step by far, but it is undoubtedly the most important. We are all universally terrified of rejection, right? It's a deeply, deeply ingrained human fear. And because of that fear, we tend to try and protect ourselves by hiding behind ambiguity.
When we rely on that ambiguity, we end up saying vague things like, oh, we should definitely hang out sometime. And, well, we all know that usually leads absolutely nowhere. You need to transition to making a specific, low-stakes invitation. Give the other person an easy out. Use phrases like, hey, coffee for an hour? No pressure at all if you're free. By doing this, you aren't asking for a lifelong commitment or a massive chunk of their day. You're simply asking for 1 hour of their time, and you're handing them an easy escape hatch if they need it. So the crucial point is, this little secret. Most people are just as lonely as you are. Honestly, that person you're terrified to invite out for a coffee, they are more than likely feeling the exact same isolation, sitting in the exact same modern environment, and they are secretly hoping literally anyone, will take the risk and ask them. When you actually make that invitation, you are so often answering a hope they didn't even know how to vocalize. And that brings us to part 3. Connection is contagious. Healing others by healing yourself. Now, this is where this whole process transcends basic self-help and becomes something truly beautiful. As the creator Anna Akana so perfectly stated, connection is a contagion. The scary part of modern life is that, yeah, loneliness spreads, but it absolutely doesn't have to end there because connection spreads in the exact same way. When you take these small, brave steps, you aren't just solving your own isolation. Your one genuine message, your one low-stakes invitation to grab coffee, your one smile at the local dog park, it acts as a spark. You are literally healing the loneliness of others while healing yourself, and that creates this amazing ripple effect of community. You have the power to be that contagion of connection in your environment. The world is absolutely full of people right now just waiting for someone else to make the first move. Be that person. You've completely